Hello, 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 you guys. I'm out trying to. I'm testing my new chest cam. All right, working out the bugs, so to speak. All right. Well, listen, I was into the Indian thing, and I'm in between project, in between little paintings, and so I thought we'd have a little bit of fun. I wanted to go back to this prophecy rock because I had it list. I was listening to today. I'm thankful that the Comcast is working for a little while, but it just was drawing my attention. I know I said that we talked about double minded. I was want to listen to this guy, and I am going to taint this some because he, the way he speaks about this business, given it all of this information to the religious part. But listen, let him speak for himself. All right, but we're going to go over this as he goes over it.
Well, it's what if you know all the presidents and countdown, if you know it, you could bring me back. Yeah. Yeah, but bring you
Like
back.
he's afraid that they're going to leave him out there.
Yeah.
Dirty tricks. The Hopi Prophecy Rock is a end of time stories for the Hopi. And of course, all end of times means about the change of your mind.
Those who are Christian down the village, they the one they draw this one. Yeah.
No,
those
they drew this.
Christians,
Christians drew
draw
this. Christians drew this.
on their Bible. It just we everybody still had this mention about all that Bible that it's just like that.
I'm going to
we
take a reach, but
beginning
I think he's thinking about beginning and endings.
on this earth, and we were heading out to the we call it uh, everlasting life or purification. Thing. Purification.
Purification
All
and
that has
everlasting
done
life. They're the same.
God is with it. And this is the one-hearted person right here. All right.
Notice
He's
the
not
bow
evil.
and the feather.
So he's
He's got an
still
arrow.
holding this
See the arrow?
line here.
That's a staff. That's a reed.
His road path is on this one.
Two paths.
Goes up there.
This is the double mind,
And
or he says double hearts.
these three are evil. See?
Evil.
They are two-hearted persons. And this is one-hearted person right there.
Well, it's one. It has a round. It has a round head on it, and it has a down triangle,
So
a
we
down
went out
pyramid
to this,
sign.
and we followed this.
There's a
path
line.
Right here. And this three, there are priests, chief, big chief. Those three big chiefs. So they were the people. The people think they were the right and the right way, but we now notice that they are evil. So this body is two-hearted. See, there are two
They're
lines.
calling it two lines.
But out here,
This one has two lines too.
it's just one.
They have the same bodies,
All right.
except this one's carrying something extra.
This one person is like this. This one,
He,
he thinks
this
they are
one and
on
the other are the
right
light.
path. But
They're the same
not.
person. See how the mountains
They
are?
are not on the right path.
This
They
is
were
the
wrong
east.
doing.
This is
So
west.
we
This
have
is going to be either
follow
north
this road here.
and south
one-hearted
and east.
person goes up here. And there's those
That's an
line up
everlasting
there.
life sign. The cane.
And
Got the cane and he's got the bow.
when all this prophecy has been taught, we we on this one. So this couple wrong
These are
here
spirits, I bet.
and lying on it. There's there's where the government is still holding us right here.
Can you believe that? This is World War I, World War II to
And after
them.
that, another one will be forcing us right here. Will be purified right here.
Purification.
In this earth, right here.
This might be true because
Then
it's
we
right
go
before the
now,
line.
This is earth right here, another one right here. So this is everlasting life. Cain, he used Cain that very old, no more sickness after purification.
And you live. This is live on forever and ever.
So
This is
that's
the
why
information from one guy.
this person is against this path right here. This is everlasting life.
No,
right
he's
there.
on this one.
So one time I was out here and I followed this line up here. And it's
Did I do that? I think I did.
there's no line on top of it.
I don't want
So when I take
to pulling it
so,
back in time
so that's why
real fast. This represents a guy in meditation, and this is what he's doing. He has a staff in his hand, all right? And this is a bow, and he's got an arrow down here. He's not talking about this. This is the moon. All of these things have to be in the order, and there's a priest here, or not a priest. There's a cross, and that makes me this because this is a covenant. This is, this is a covenant that you have with yourself because you are changing the three modes you're going through. This is four. Four is about traveling, and four is this information about going from one mind or double-mindedness. Two hearts might be same kind of thing going into one heart, but we know it as two minds going into one mind, and that really this feather means is he's been here before. And of course, this one on the end has a down delta sign, and that down delta carries a feather with it. And so what you have here is going to the east. This is the mountains that they have depicted here, not a staircase. And there's just happens to be this line after what he says is the purification. So I know that he's getting some of this right, but he's getting again because of the takeover of the of Christians, and he himself saying that this is a Christian drawing. A Christian's not going to draw this. A Christian's not going to. They're not going to come out there and talk about this. But because he relates it to the end times, and he calls these things, this is totally polluted. This is information that was written down a long time ago, beat down on this rock, that talks about the way, going into meditation, honoring mother and father. And so this is this idea of traveling from this kind of people, which they considered evil, into this person who is considered loving. That's all I'm going to get with on this particular lesson is that the Hopi prophecy. I'm not trying to make fun of these guys, but I'm just saying that they were polluted. They just don't know that the same stories, yeah, it's in our Bibles, but this is the underside of the Bible. This is what the Christian people do not know, and this is what the Christians do not do. All right, but anyways, it's something that even they don't do. The Hopi Indians themselves, because of this pollution that is taken on by religion of the whore of Babylon. She takes the spirit away from you. She kills people. That's what she does. That's what her job is. All right. And she is these three over here on this side, because this is going to be One of these is we're eventually going to the east, and that's where the mountains are. So as you read this here, you would know that this was going to be the west. One of these two, if they had colors on them, you could tell whether one was going to be the emotional side, which is the north, or whether it was going to be the southern side, which is the body, because there would be some kind of a symbolism in color. But they all had the two lines going up, making their bodies. But for them to say that that's double-hearted, I'm not understanding that part. But anyways, this is Rick Worth signing off from Key West, Florida. Hope you all are doing well. All right. This is just the story again about the end times, which he refers to as the end of times is in the Bible. And then a bunch of Christians drew this on this rock. Um, and it just happens to match up with the code, very well. A guy with a bow in his hand and an arrow and sitting in some kind of a position where it looks as if this may be a dream episode of some kind of what happens when someone is in meditation. And of course, we know that when you do this particular way and follow this thing, you get this little feather in your head. It's called enlightenment. And this little gourd of ashes that they talk about, this purification, that's exactly what happens at that line. The sixth, that's the chakra. That's the end of that. That's the top of the ladder. And from this side on, where's my pointer? There's a little line in the drawing right here. After those three, there's a line. Once you get to that line from this point on, this is the good side in the east with the mountains. All right. Best to you guys. Hope you got something out of this. I'm going to try to find the off button. I'll know where it is. Dun, dun, dun.